Sports in the city. Sports in the city. Sports in the city. We keeping it gritty with that sports in the city. Welcome to that sports in the city, from the east to the west coast, from the north to the south, all over the globe. There's sports in the city wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in to Sports in the City TV. I'm your sports G, Reed Richards, along with my partners in crime, BK Ty and Kato Cash. What's going on, my G's?
Peace out, bro. How you?
I'm good, man. Also, Ja Logic is on the boards. You know what I'm saying? Give it up to my man, Ja Logic.
Salute to Ja. Salute to the iRent Network.
No doubt. Peace, my G's. Peace, God. We're back in Sports in the City, live from the arena. What's the deal, my brothers?
Oh, man. First of all, Happy New Year, brothers. Happy New Year, man.
Yeah, Happy New Year again and again and again.
You know, prosperous New Year, man. Hope y'all had a good holiday.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Everybody's here in one piece, man. That's what it is, man.
Sure.
So, Cash, what's good with you, man?
Can't complain, man. I'm just recovering from this Ravens loss, man. That's all.
Oh, man. Happy New Year. Ja Logic and all that. The family, the iRent Network. You already know. You know what I'm saying? BK Ty, Kato Cash. Most deaf, man. Yo, hit us up on that chat, man. That's where they need to get at us, right? Hit that like. Tell them to subscribe, Ty. You know how you do, baby.
Hit the like button, baby. Hit the subscribe button, baby. Please do.
No doubt.
Check us out if you like us.
No doubt, all the time. Check us out on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Leave your comments. Let us know what top shelf sports topics you want to talk about. Let us know, man. Want to sponsor the show? Let us know. TMC style, man. You already know what it is. Bob and weave, shake and bake, quick pick, rapid fire, high power offense style. Great men do great things. We laugh, joke, and kid, but we don't play. We don't play around. We don't mess around. We don't fool around. We get down to the business. So here we go, man. Let's go, fellas. Can we do this, man? It's gonna be a classic, man. Yo, Ja Logic, man. It's going to be another classic, man.
It's going to be a monster, man. We going to get that. It's going to be a monster.
Word, man. Reed Richards, Sports in the City, via the iRent Networks, along with my partners in crime, BK Ty and Kato Cash. Top Shelf Tuesday, you know what it is. What's the story in the city? What's the word on the streets? What's the haps in the arena? The Equinox progression continues. Season 2, Episode 3, Super Bowl edition. The first quarter of the sports Equinox is coming to a close, fellas. You already know that. We're heading into Super Bowl Sunday. We're talking playoffs. Playoffs in the NFL helmet to helmet, capping it off with the Super Bowl this weekend. They are who we thought they were, the 49ers and the Chiefs. You already know. Crown them if you want to crown their ass. Super Bowl 58, Chiefs versus 49ers, 5 days away. Who you got? And we got more in store with flavors galore like a candy store. Reaching the summit, you already know what it is.
So there's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Exactly. So let's get to it. Strictly top shelf, off the top of the pile. NFL helmet to helmet. We're talking the playoffs. Playoffs. You know how Jim Morris said it.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? Playoffs?
Capping off the divisional round and championship weekend into Super Bowl Sunday. We're talking playoffs. Playoffs. BK Ty. Playoffs. Kato Cash. First game on that slate from the divisional round was the Texans losing to the Ravens 34-10. My prediction fell through. The underdog got beat. I get that up. You know what I mean? Ravens did their thing. The floor is yours, Cato Cass, since that's definitely your team, boy. Talk about it.
Well, the Ravens took care of the Texans, but it wasn't. We not in here no more, so I don't even feel like stressing that, man. Go ahead.
Just, did you really think Houston was going to beat Baltimore?
Yeah, if CJ Stroud played up to his potential, but he had an off game, bro. That defense locked him down, held him down. 175
Definitely
yards.
Definitely a different animal in the postseason, man.
Of course, we all know that, but I thought the youngster was going to stay true to form and step up in a big moment, but I guess the moment was a little bit too big for him this season, but I think he has a bright future, nevertheless. And D'Amico Ryans is definitely doing a hell of a job coaching them Texans. And they have a strong wide receiving core like Cato Cash, bigged them up in a previous episode. So, yeah, I actually thought they had a chance to win, man. But the Ravens did their thing. Any final thoughts on that game?
We have not seen the last of CJ Stroud.
Nah, definitely not at all. Mark that right there. Cato, put flowers on it. The season done.
Season's done, man. I don't feel like talking about it, man. The season's done.
You're on the sideline with the rest of us now, fella.
You're on the couch with us.
I'm on the couch with y'all now.
Go
I love
some
it.
nachos. Go get some nachos and popcorn, youngin.
Do you know that the hater in me loves this time of year, man? When everybody whose team made it to the postseason, who had such aspirations and high hopes, and then
y'all are the ones talking about it the most.
And the Super Bowl weekend, I get to tell cats like, "Hey, come have a seat with me where you belong."
That's the hater in you, I guess, man.
I know, man. I can't help it, man. It's
Giants fans are the worst, man. They the worst, man. Moving along, man. Keeping it moving. 49ers pipped the Packers 24-21. Christian McCaffrey does his thing, 252 yards, 1 touchdown. Brock Purdy was manageable. It was a tight game. I think there was a mismanaged moment for the Packers. They missed a field goal. That was critical. And that was a difference in the game as a field goal. But Jordan Love kept his team in the game all the way, So any thoughts on that game? That was, to me, the best game in that weekend.
It's probably the most competitive, definitely for sure. But it's just like, again, the hater in me, man. Like, damn, Green Bay. Like, what do y'all like? Do y'all have do the quarterback gods live in Wisconsin or something like that? You go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, and it looked like they just hit gold again with Jordan Love, man. It looked like they're gonna be set for like the next 10 joints, man. We'll see how the rest of that squad rounds out. But
I can't hate on the youngster, man.
You're right. I'm not even hating. I'm envious. I'm jealous, especially because of my quarterback situation.
Oh, Danny Jones.
Come on, man.
They were supporting him today, man.
Well,
all week, matter of fact.
Y'all know with the Green Bay situation, they don't have like one owner meddling with things. They're owned by the people. So, so whoever the GM is, he gets a chance to execute his plan. It's not somebody sitting on his head or anything about to sell the team or anything like that.
That's a great point.
Or a divorce or anything. So it's a lot of continuity that created that. And you got to remember, before that was Bart Starr. So
Green Bay is like the anti-Carolina, yo.
Yes.
The owner can't get out of their way in Carolina, man. And in Green Bay, they just everything is operating on all cylinders.
That's a storied franchise, man. Green Bay,
Absolutely.
man. But definitely Jordan Love has a bright future ahead of him. 49ers, sometimes when you are in the Super Bowl, sometimes you need a little luck. So I can't even say, that's how the ball bounces, man. Any last thoughts before we move on?
Well, the 49ers showed what they had. The Packers had a little show. The defense grew, but they got eaten alive in that fourth quarter when Brock Purdy had that drive 6 for 7. So he just made his bones, man. Brock Purdy going for that contract. He one of the next quarterbacks about to get paid. So congratulations, man.
Absolutely.
What you talking about? They ate him alive. They won by 3 points, fella.
I'm talking about the last drive. He
Oh
killed in the
man, the
last
last
drive, bro.
drive.
6 for 7.
That was a close game. That wasn't no eating alive.
No, I'm talking about he made his bows on that last drive, bro.
He
made
made
Yeah,
his
he
bones.
definitely put a stamp on it in that last
They
drive.
ain't eat him alive though. It was a close game. So we gonna move on, man. Let's go. The Buccaneers got beat by the Lions, and that was a close 31-23. They lost by one score. So the Buccaneers, they just fell a little short. Any thoughts on that game? Another one of my underdogs fell short. Baker Mayfield balled out though, 349 yards, 2 touchdowns. Any thoughts on that game?
I thought the Lions had a good game. Told you the Lions was going to play ball. They just came up short in the second half of the game against the 49ers, man.
Yeah, true. Ty?
Yeah. Where is Baker Mayfield going to be quarterbacking next season? Is he staying in Tampa?
I think he should.
No, rather is Tampa going to keep him? Put it that
Yeah.
way. He's
Who
still
they
under
gonna
contract
replace
with him?
him with?
I didn't know. I was under the impression that he wasn't under contract. Like this was his last year or something like that.
Nah,
Like, he's not looking for? He's not a free agent.
Nah, why would he leave there to a better situation?
Yeah, if I'm there, yeah, I'm definitely.
And what has
man,
Tampa had since
his
Tom
offensive
Brady?
his offensive coordinator just took over as the head coach of the Carolina, so you never know if the system is going to be catered to him like this past system this year that made him look good.
In Carolina. Now I think
Yeah,
he needs
he's
to
the new
stay
head
where
coach
he
of
is.
Carolina. No,
I
I said
know.
the offensive coordinator.
Nah,
I
his
understand what you're saying, but he just got to Tampa. He gonna be bouncing all over the league. He gonna look washed before his time. He needs to just try to build some sort of resume in Tampa Bay instead of trying to hop from team to team. He got lucky in Tampa that they had such a good season because before that, when he was starting QB, he was not having this type of success. So he needs to stay with this formula. Who's the coach in with the Bucks? Todd Boyles.
Yeah, Todd Bowles. It's still Bowles.
Right. So why leave a good thing to go where? Where's he going? To Carolina, the worst team in the league? Come on.
Nah, I wasn't suggesting he was going to Carolina, but I don't know
No,
why.
Cass was talking about the offensive coordinator going over.
And I said that doesn't mean that he wants to stay there because he's gonna have a new offensive coordinator.
All right, so
it's not gonna make him look good.
But where else is he gonna go though?
I don't know. He got a couple of openings coming up. You got
Where?
Seattle could be open. Seattle could be opening.
Ain't that Geno Smith job?
Chicago don't got a quarterback.
Hold on. Ain't Geno Smith in Seattle?
They could easily cut him
Easily
and not have that big of a cap hit.
Come on, Ty. You my cap general, man. You be knowing the salary caps.
Not
man.
in football. I'm the NBA cap dude, man. But yeah, it's not unheard of for a guy to coach for QB for 1 year and then
Nah, right now I doubt it. I doubt it highly. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I don't think Baker's leaving right now. I think he'll build his resume up, and then if he get an offer, he can't refuse. That's different. But to go somewhere, where's he gonna go? To the commies? They have Sam Howell. Where's he gonna go? And then all those other quarterbacks gotta move. You know what I mean? Like they still talking about Justin Fields. What are even the Giants gonna do with Daniel Jones? Because they could draft, a quarterback.
I think the Giants will draft a quarterback, but will still give Jones.
They better
give Jones
the Broncos need a quarterback too.
Yeah,
the Falcons need a quarterback. The Falcons need a quarterback.
You gonna play with Sean Payton? Maybe that's possible because
Falcons
he
need a
have
quarterback
Drew Brees and him and Baker around the same size, same skill set. So I could see that happening. Let's move on, fellas. The Bills get pipped by the Chiefs 27-24. That was a game I thought the Bills was gonna pull out. They fell up just short. What was the difference in the game?
I think it was that late game execution, man.
They missed a field goal also, right? The Bills missed a field goal.
Bills is wide left.
Wide left.
Yeah, bro.
Wide left.
Those field goals add up. That's why you got to respect the kicker. Nobody on the team is going to let nobody mess with the kicker, man. Right or wrong.
Yeah, the kicker the kicker definitely gets props, man.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough though to be in that wide left again. Buffalo, man.
Woo. You know what I mean? It's crazy, my dude. It's crazy. Definitely. So that rounded up the divisional rounds, you know, and y'all were right. Chalk did walk in that round. So I have to give it up, you know what I mean, to you guys and your predictions. Then we moving on from that. Then we have the 49ers pipping the Lions 34-31 in a game where Dan Campbell was highly criticized for his mismanagement of the game and his aggressive style trying to go for it on 2 4 downs. And the 49ers had a victorious comeback. Any thoughts on that game?
You know what they say, man. You live by the sword, you die by the sword, man. Dan Campbell been coaching the same way all season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you know if everything would have went the way it was supposed to, man, he'd be a genius right now. You know what I'm saying? How they say, goat or great. You know, it's all in the way the ball bounces.
Cash.
Well, Dan Campbell had a good season. They just came up short at the end. They couldn't put up any points in the second half. I guess it was the hot start. They didn't know how to sustain it.
They was killing
But
in the running game.
they just had to. I think
They didn't know how to
the
sustain it. They did
sustain. They was
in the
dropping
first half.
passes. They was dropping passes in the second half.
Nah, they
And
went away
again,
from what was working. If you kill them in the run game in the first half, why are you gonna switch it up and then try to go to a passing game? Like not even mix it up. They just went exclusively to the pass. Like the running back that was killing them in that game. What's his
Hey,
name?
maybe they was trying to play it.
Evan was rocking them 147 yards. And then they only handed it off to him 6 more times in the second half of the game. That was one of the mistakes right there. That's on the coaching. That's on the coaching. That's not even on the receivers dropping passes. That just makes it worse because now I guess he thought he was so being such a genie. But they still went away from the run game. That was even more of a reason to go to the run game. Yo, these cats is dropping passes. We was killing them with the run game. Let's go back to the run game, coach. Why are we passing to these dudes with butterfingers?
By that time, they was already the 49ers
I know the
scoring
motivation.
more points.
Yeah, man. They got
scoring more points and they lost. They felt the game slipping out of their grip.
As Mobb Deep said, they were shook ones.
Definitely shook.
It definitely got shook, man. Definitely shook. Right? So, and then unfortunately, the Chiefs handled their business in the defensive matchup over the Ravens 17-10. And Lamar looked a little shook too, to be honest with you. And it is what it is. Any final thoughts on that before we get into the Super Bowl?
I want to know.
Goya, sponsor the show or something, man.
I want to know who got Lamar in and told him that he was Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like he was standing back there. I mean, it's one thing to stand in the pocket and try and make plays, but you got to have awareness. Like that fumble that he had, like he was totally oblivious. Like I don't know if he was overconfident in his line or what the case was, but definitely should have ran the ball a lot more than he did, man. You got to play to your strengths, man.
Kato, what you think about that play?
They baited him into that.
I think once we went down the first score, we kind of went away from the run, and then it was a wrap from there. We kind of was playing catch up, and then we had certain plays that just wasn't going our way. The interception that he threw in the end zone and the fumble by the end zone. And those two critical points of the game, we could have kind of tied it up and went back to a more running style game, but because we lost it at those particular points, I think the game was over.
Again, another team that went away from a game plan that was working for them or worked for them throughout the course of the year, and they went to another strategy that failed. Because with Lamar, what happened to all the design run plays that they usually have for him? He's more effective in the run pass option, not him trying to drop back in the pocket, to your point, Ty. Like that's not who he is. That's not his style. And then I don't know who he's listening to that he feels he has to stand in the pocket and throw. Like usually he holds the ball too long, right? So he makes his read 1, 2, 3 progressions, no check down. He usually knows when to take off or throw the ball
That
away.
that was something that kind of baffled me too. Like
They had a spy on him,
He's
so they really
smarter than
couldn't.
that though.
They didn't do anything because
But
they
he's
always
like
had
the
that
most
fast
athletic
linebacker that
person
was
on the
on him.
field. That he could shake and bake anybody, bro, on that field, bro.
you
Talking
got to
about
keep the
Lamar
pressure. You got to
Jackson.
keep the pressure on it. It's the run
He's
game
trying
that
to be a
opens up the
pocket
passing
passer.
game. Yeah,
And
but
they kept
He's
him
trying to
within
be
the
a
passing
pocket
lanes
passer.
too,
yeah.
where the pass rush line was being mad disciplined.
They
with the pass
They
rush.
have done that historically. The white control media always puts it in the psyche that a black quarterback has to play a certain way, or there's a certain way to play the quarterback position. Not everybody is Y.A. Tittle and they just stand in the pocket because they taller than everybody at 6'8" or something, and they just throw the ball over everybody. Not everybody's that. So, it takes a lot to QB. I think it's the hardest position, probably in sports besides race car driving or something like that, which is not the four majors. But yeah, man, he definitely played out of character in my opinion from what I saw. And then afterwards he just got shook. And the defense of Kansas City, they're fast, bro. They was on his ass.
You know what's so crazy to me? How black quarterbacks that don't feel they get the level of recognition that they deserve for their passing game,
right?
Almost to their detriment,
right?
Will try and force, a passing game into the offense.
Right.
And the flip side is like when you have white quarterbacks that might not be as athletic or whatever, they don't never feel a compulsion to be like, yo, I gotta have 50 yards rushing by the end of the game. But a lot of even the least mobile dudes, they know when to try and run and when not to. I think,
pick
man,
their spots correctly.
Absolutely. And to your point, man, I don't even think it's so much a thing of the white media.
Yeah, it is, bro. It's been happening for years, bro. Let's keep it funky. Philly, Randall Cunningham. In Philadelphia, they was like, oh, he runs too much. Then he went to the Minnesota Vikings, and then he was airing it out. And he play with Randy Moss and them boys?
Yes, he did.
And they used to air it out. They had one of the most prolific offenses ever.
And Chris Carter.
Yeah, Mike Vick is another example. They tried to make Mike Vick into something else. Mike Vick could throw a bomb 70 yards down the field and run for 100 yards during the course of the game. But when they start making him try to stay in the pocket, that's a limited on his ability. And Lamar Jackson usually doesn't play like how he played against the Chiefs. You got to give some credit to the Chiefs and their defense, but I still think that Lamar played out of character in that game.
Rashid Sheed, the corner for the Chiefs, one of the best cornerbacks this year in the NFL. He's just putting up big stats, locking people up.
Yeah,
and everything was based on our rookie, so I just got to give him credit. Then also you got Frank Clark and you got usual defensive line putting up the numbers. So
I think we see the same thing every year with Kansas City, or the last few seasons anyway. Everything is on the back of Patrick Mahomes, and then come playoff time, we see uncharacteristically good performances by the defense, or they step up in a manner that we haven't seen during the regular season, or maybe that they didn't have to during the regular season. But I think every year KC's defense is pretty good, but they just get overshadowed by, that high-powered offense that they have.
Got a Hall of Fame quarterback on the team. That's that's nothing to sneeze at. No small potatoes. The man has been in the league 6 years, and he's going for his third Super Bowl. And I think he lost one to Brady. You know what I mean? So he's going for 3 out of 4 because he lost to Tampa Bay and Tom Brady.
Right.
Which I got to give it up. The dude is the GOAT, man. I used to deny it, but it's different classification, different eras. But definitely in this century, he's definitely the GOAT, man. And
you can't front on. I told you, man, when Brady pulled the comeback, I said it was a wrap. But I can't say nothing.
Part of that is on Dan Quinn and them too, though, man.
Yeah, yo.
But when
he did that game,
terrible.
bro.
It was ill, man. But part of that was
ill.
Atlanta.
It's like, yo, watch this. Watch this.
I saw they did something like
y'all
they
must
do
have
in
forgot.
Little League. I've seen that. Remember when I was coaching Little League, bro? And
Yeah.
the team used to be up by like 10 runs and they get all happy. Ha ha. And they
Mhm.
celebrated. And they thought they was gonna beat my team. And we come back and beat them 11-10. Crazy.
Yeah, and they
Sometimes we double them up. And it'd be like
then
mercy,
remember
mercy.
your man Brady beat Mahomes too in the Super Bowl, man. Yo,
Roy,
I
which
said
Roy?
I said Brady. Didn't Brady beat Mahomes in the Super Bowl when Tampa beat the Chiefs?
Yeah, he just mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. So it's like Tom Brady, man. Don't forget. I don't know everybody talking about Pat Mahomes is the greatest, but
Well, I mean,
he
right
did prove
now,
he's the best. He is prove he's the
he's the
best because
best right now. So we
yeah,
not
yes,
gonna we
yes.
not
I ain't
gonna
even fronting.
we not
Nope.
gonna go against smart money.
Mm.
Smart money already knows. If you know the game, you already know hands down. My homie. As Ty calls him. He's my homie. You nothing else, man. Enough said, man. Accolades galore. The kid is amazing. He's beyond special, out of this world. Going for 3 Super Bowls in 6 years, bro. No one else has done that ever, But to the era that they're playing in, definitely the rules have changed, and the quarterback is ultimately protected. Excuse me, where quarterbacks like Joe Montana, Steve Young, Steve Young used to get his helmet ripped off, bro. They used to rip his helmet off, nose bleeding. He come back to the huddle. You know what I mean? And make it happen. Now you can't even sneeze at the quarterback. You fall in, right? And you accidentally fall on the quarterback. They throwing the flag. Like you should have been more coordinated, man. That's a $50 million investment back there. Get it together. 15-yard penalty, roughing the passer. Like if Roger Staubach or Terry Bradshaw, Dan Fouts, Dan Marino, John Elway played under those conditions, man. My God, it'd be like they were playing a video game, bro. Video game. Remember, Ty had that head-to-head football. I remember when you had the
Kaliko.
head-to-head football. Kaliko, yeah, bro. So predictions, man. Super Bowl, Chiefs versus Niners, man. You got Mr. Relevant Brock Purdy going up against. We already started talking about the kid, the youngster. Unfortunate what happened to his pops. We holding you down, Pat. Just be more careful, man. You in the limelight now. You can't just be leaving a bar Super Bowl week and you had a few and you ain't taking an Uber or something like that or have somebody, being a designated driver. That wasn't a smart move. But
Yo,
my
his pops
question
wild,
was,
talking about smoking hats.
out of all the people in the bar, they target him. They going after the black man. Come on, man. You black man can't live. Everybody in the bar get the drink and go home. They gonna pull a black man over. What's that about, bro?
I don't know if he's the only one, but I'm
That
pretty
was a
sure
49er fan.
he's the only one the news is reporting on. I know that.
I feel personally, man, your boy should have just be like what I be doing. You park like 2 blocks away from the club. So if they got the pullover
Exactly.
spots, you're already gone.
Yeah. Exactly. That's a smart move to do, fellas. But yeah, predictions on the game. Unfortunately, I thought that was a distraction by a 49er fan. That's why I had to mention that. So, yeah, predictions on the game, man. Who you got, man?
27-24, San Francisco.
27-24. What about you, Cash?
24-21, Chiefs.
Chiefs. I'm going to go 31-27 Chiefs. And I think at the end of the day, they're two teams that are evenly matched. But Patrick Mahomes, man, it's like a saying now, or the word on the street is, the story in the city is like, don't bet against Mahomes.
Right. When will I learn my lesson?
Right.
Maybe this will be the weekend.
I betted against him last week with Josh Allen. I thought Josh Allen was thorough enough to, go stride for stride with him, man, and go.
Right. I was hoping, but yeah, when I heard they had all those injuries on defense, man, I was like,
And as to your points that y'all were mentioning about the Chiefs, they seem to always somehow pull it together during this time of the year. Like that was like a bold man's bet that that I was wishfully thinking that the Bills could finally break through. But I'm like, yo, this dude Mahomes is doing these quarterbacks like how Jordan was doing the likes of Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Charles Barkley, Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, who Elijah won before he retired and then came back, and then Elijah won never won again. Like Mahomes is doing it on that level, kid. Like I could understand why he's in the GOAT conversation, but still he has more time to play.
He got 7. He don't got 7. He don't even got 4 yet, man.
But he's only been in the league for 6 years. Tom Brady got 3 real quick, and then it took him another 10 years to get his 4th. Mahomes in his 6th year is going on his 3rd. And then he got, how old is he? Like 20, 24, 25?
I think he's 27.
All right, 27. Even still, if he played till he's 40, you tell me in another 13 years, this dude ain't going to get another 3 or 4 unless the team falls off the cliff. And as long as he has Travis Kelce, he always got a security blanket. I think probably will be the most dynamic quarterback receiver tandem in the history of the Super Bowl playoffs, possibly of all time, because they almost there, bro. Like they're getting so much burn. Their run is reminding me of when the Yankees had that run when they went to like 4 chips. They won like 4 chips straight in 4 out of 5.
Late 90s. Late 90s.
Mid 90s.
Late 90s. Late 90s.
Nah, it started mid 90s. Right after Don Mattingly retired, 95. 96, they went to the championship. And then they won in 96. And then 97, they lost to the Indians. Then they won 98, 99. And then they went and they won in 2000. After that, they fell off. They lost to the Diamondbacks in 2001. So their run is reminding me of that. If they win on Sunday, Super Bowl 58, that's going to be what? 3 chips, bro, in 4 years. Who was the last team to do that? The Warriors?
Oh, any sport period?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Warriors, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's a dynasty. And I'm thinking Cats was like, and Cats in the media and, just talking stories and, the word on the street and this and that and the haps and all that shit. Come on, man. You're going to tell me you're going to 4 Super Bowls and you have a chance to win 3 out of them? Even if they lose this one, right? They still going to be 2-2 in the last 4 years with a long stretch, unless he gets, the urge to retire some all of a sudden and want to go become a movie star or something. Ain't he in all them commercials right now?
Lots of them, man. I don't think there's another athlete right now that has as many commercials as Mahomes. I mean, of course, it's football season, so that makes sense or whatever. Or football season getting ready to end, so that makes sense.
Did he knock Chris Paul out the box for the State Farm commercials?
Yes, he did.
He did?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Man.
Yes, he did.
Man.
Mahomes and my auto.
Come on. Then he got the commercials with Subway talking about this the best sidekick he ever had. And then Kelsey's on the side like, his feelings is hurt. Yeah, Mahomes, man. The dude's on top of the world, man.
Then he got the Wendy's commercials too.
Oh, he got Wendy's? I ain't even
it's a Chick-fil-A with the nuggies, the Chick-fil-A.
Oh man,
one.
I ain't even remember that.
No,
one,
that's
man.
a State Farm
that's
commercial.
The State Farm one.
That's a State Farm commercial. And he's like, run that by me again. He said, this time let's try the chicken.
Yeah. And your man Chris Paul don't even start no more. So I think they stopped playing his ones like that.
Well, he still got one where he's pulling the jerseys out the bag.
Oh wow.
Talking about there's nothing wrong with moving.
When they playing that one though? Because I ain't been seeing that one like that.
Oh, they've been playing that.
Me neither. I ain't see that
one. It's a couple that walks into a house with their realtor, and they're talking about moving, and Chris Paul comes out of nowhere with a bag, and he says, "Moving, hey, sometimes moving is a good thing." And he starts pulling out. He says, "Like, you got to move to New Orleans." or if you got to move to LA
Wow.
or Phoenix, he starts pulling jerseys out the bag and throwing them on, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, I seen that commercial, but I ain't see that in a minute. I seen that one, but I ain't see that one in a minute.
So who got his starting spot? He never started for them though, right?
Nah, he ain't never started
not
for
for
them.
Golden State.
Nah, he never started for them. Is he all right though? I hope he's not injured because you know how he get.
Nah, he's I think he's back in the lineup now. I think he was hurt for a minute. But I think he's back in the lineup.
Let me not even speak on it, man, because we spoke about it a couple weeks ago with your man Embiid, and look what happened to him. So I digress, man. I digress. So what are the keys to the game, man? Let's wrap the Super Bowl up, man. We ain't even gonna talk about Taylor Swift. I think everybody else is doing that enough to nauseum. So
San Fran defense got to show up. I mean, spectacularly.
don't they have 7 Pro Bowlers on the squad though?
7?
They got 7 All Pro.
Oh, you mean not just the defense, on the team altogether?
Nah, like on
defense
both
got
sides of the
7?
ball.
Nah. Oh yeah. On the team, San Fran got like 7, but
that's offense and defense.
Yeah, it's offense and defense.
That's crazy. What do you think, Cash? Keys to the game.
I think as long as McCaffrey doesn't make any fumbles or anything like that, or Brock Purdy keeps it straight, 49ers should be in the game. I don't think that Patrick Mahomes and them is going to do anything to really drop themselves in the game. I just think it's going to be just enough to win.
Their offense this season hasn't really been like prolific, but it's been clutch. You know, they've been coming through. The defense has definitely been clutch.
Their running routes and passing schemes have definitely gotten a lot better. I saw this breakdown where they had like a 3-tier motion with the receivers, and with Mahomes, man, you got cats cutting routes and breaking off, doing like zigzags. Man, that's like drawing the routes up in the sand when we was little, and then going out there. You go to they're doing it like that, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. And with Mahomes, he throws passes from any angle, so that's like,
yeah, man. That's
he's not gonna be like Lamar, or most other quarterbacks. Most of the time, I give him credit, bro. He's not as fast as Lamar or some of the other quarterbacks, or as big as Josh Allen, but he doesn't get sacked a lot, bro.
Because he's smart, man. He's smart. He has a lot of awareness, man. Especially
and he knows how to play with his offense, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, I just think he's surgical. He cut up my boys. He cut them up.
Crazy.
He's surgical right
and
now.
He did just enough because it wasn't like a crazy game. It was 17-10.
You know, to your point,
death by 1,000 cuts.
Right. And to your point, you don't know where the passes is coming from, man. It could be a traditional, 5-step drop and air it out, or he could take off running and then look to the side. And
it's like a Roberto Duran blow back in the days. You ain't know where it was coming from. He throw from unorthodox angles, man. They teach you to throw like this. He's stepping off of one leg, crossing over to the other side of the field. Crazy, man. Crazy. Bananas. The most talented quarterback that I've seen. I'm not gonna say the greatest athlete, but as far as like throwing that football, the most talented that I've seen. I thought Aaron Rodgers. I thought Aaron Rodgers was that dude, but Aaron Rodgers hasn't made it the same, So
I think Rodgers is definitely the prototype, what you would want your QB to be.
True.
But Aaron Rodgers, I mean, like Aaron Rodgers, man, but Patrick Mahomes, man, like he just gets it done.
True.
He's crafty, he's smart. He's athletic when he needs to be. He has a gun when he needs to have it.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a well-rounded quarterback, man. Well, like I said, Aaron Rodgers probably fits that mold. Like if you open a dictionary and looked up the definition of quarterback, and if it had a picture there, it would more than likely be Aaron Rodgers' picture. But but like I said, man, Pat Mahomes, man, like dude,
and that's the edge. That's the edge that gives him above a Lamar Jackson, a Josh Allen. The only one that's been able to beat him so far is Burrow. He's been the only one to beat and besides Brady. So that boy is something. He's something
And he
special,
doesn't
man.
make any mistakes, man.
Very few mistakes, man. Very few. He's very composed and poised. They had a story about him. He used to play point guard in high school, and him playing point guard, he likens it to playing the quarterback position. Because he's
I can see the
handling the rock.
correlation. Absolutely.
Yeah, bros. All right. So, $1 million question, man, and we may not still be doing this show when that point comes, but is Patrick Mahomes going to get to 7? Is he going to tie Brady with 7?
Nah, I'm gonna say no.
What about you, Cash?
Only time will tell. I can't count him out yet because he hasn't had any injury to overcome.
Right, and at the rate that he's going, 3 and 6 years, he's going for.
And then you got to see what they're gonna do without Andy Reid.
That's yeah, because Andy Reid is one of the all-time great coaches of all time, and he's about to pass Tom Landry for like 5th place. I think he's tied right now. If he wins the Super Bowl, he'll pass Tom Landry, and he's one of the Mount Rushmore of coaches. Dallas Cowboys original.
Dallas fan would say that.
He is. It's facts, bro. We ain't doing no. This is my team. That's my team. We talking facts, boy. We talking playoffs. We ain't talking about team. Look his stats up: 272 all-time wins, 2 Super Bowls. Respect that man. Put some respect on Tom Landry. Your man Andy Reid.
My man John Madden, son. What happened to my man John Madden?
Oh, he's up there. May he rest in peace. He's one of my all-time favorites. But I'm saying
Chuck Noll, man.
Well, Chuck Noll,
his generation.
Hold on, you're jumping all over the place. That's why I say when you walk and talk with me, don't walk too far ahead. You understand? You're talking another level. Let me break this down for you. So you got your man Don Shula has 2, right? Yeah. And you have Bill Parcells has 2. You got that tier right there because hard to get 1. You talking about 2, right? Doesn't your man Coughlin have 2 now?
Coughlin has 2.
Mm-hmm. And a lot, he's an unsung coach.
A lot of dudes have 2.
No. Stop.
Mike Shanahan has 2.
No.
Mike Shanahan has
that
2.
Club is less than 10 deep. Don't tell me.
It is 10 deep. I'm telling you, it's 10 deep. It's like 10
so you think of
deep,
all the people who've coached football over the years, saying 10 men have 2 Super Bowls.
I said more than 10.
It's like it's not something that's commonly done. You understand what I'm saying? Else more people besides 10 in this world who've coached on the NFL team would have that. Then after that, it ggets thinner.
Jimmy Johnson is another one.
Jimmy Johnson, right? But now, hold on. Now you go to 3 now. Who got 3? Because you over there and you just talking. Google some shit. Look some shit up. Tell me who
13,
got 3 rings.
13 got 2. You talk about this.
All right, now we talking about 3. Right. So now we talking about 3. Andy Reid has 2, right? Slow your roll, cowboy. Andy Reid has 2. Now name me the coaches who have 3 Super Bowl rings. I'll wait.
All right, it's Joe Gibbs.
Okay.
It is Chuck Noll.
Chuck Noll has 4, actually.
Bill Belichick. Bill Walsh has 4.
I said 3.
3?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a lot with 3.
There's levels to it. That's what I was trying to show you.
There's only a little bit with 3.
All right, so that
4.
was the point.
There's only 2 with 3.
Who?
There's only 2
Joe
with 3.
Gibbs?
Yep.
Joe Gibbs.
Who else?
Bill Walsh.
49ers great coach, right? Then after that, that's 2, right?
That's 2.
So Andy Reid, if he wins the Super Bowl, he'll be 3 out of how many? Right. So that was my point. If you would have let it develop, Then who has 4? You said Chuck Noll.
Yep. And Belichick.
And Belichick has what?
6.
6. Andy Reid will be halfway there, but I think his health and he's getting up in age. How long you think he's gonna coach?
I
If
think
he
the
wins
enemy's
this
gonna come
one-
back for that. I think the enemy's gonna come back for that. They ain't gonna leave my man out like that in the
If
dark.
he wins, does he retire? Ty.
Who, Reed?
Yeah.
I think he might retire whether he wins or not. But yeah,
Really?
definitely. I think if they
Why
win,
you say
he's
that?
hanging it up.
He's done?
He's getting
'Cause he
up
can
there,
still
man.
coach with the best of them.
Yeah, he can, but he's getting up
How
there.
old is Andy Reid, Kato? Like what?
Reed is 63. But then he had a
63?
situation with his son and all of that stuff. He probably want to just call it a day.
I got you.
Andy
So I
Reid
think
want to go on a restaurant tour. Yo.
you want to go on a restaurant tour.
You ain't
Yo,
see the
but
questions they was asking him in media day?
But you know
What's
what?
the best hamburger? Like, really?
Yeah, because they figure
he's
he
65
know.
years old. He's 65 years old.
Yeah. I mean, he still got some time in him, you know, in the league. I think, in my opinion, you think he's done, Ty?
I think if they win, for sure.
Kato?
I think he
Andy Reid comes back?
I think that they'll give I think the enemy is the only one that could get it if he leaves. Other than that, he gonna come back for one more run.
Okay. I think that he's actually gonna try to see this through with Mahomes.
That's crazy that Bieniemy is unemployed right now, yo.
Yeah. No longer with the commies.
Nah.
That was a bad move, man, going to the commies.
Kind of, sort of. I won't say it was a bad move. I say it backfired. Because everybody
if I'm
thought,
busting off and it backfired, that's definitely a bad move, my G.
Because everybody, go ahead, Kato.
Yo, he pushed it all in the middle, and he just lost the role, man. He knew Ron Rivera was gonna get fired. He thought
everybody knew Ron Rivera was gonna get fired, dog.
He thought he wasn't gonna get caught up in the crossfire.
Right.
They let him coach out the year. He thought he wasn't gonna be coaching out the year.
Exactly.
But they let him coach out the year.
That wasn't a dumb bet.
So let me ask you a question.
It wasn't a stupid bet.
So let me ask you a question. So you telling me he thought that Ron Rivera would get fired before he took the job in Washington?
Ron Rivera was gonna get fired during the season, so he could be interim for a minute, like Pierce.
That was his
plan.
plan.
Probably.
I don't need. You know what? I don't think he went into it knowing that Rivera was going to get fired. I think he went into it knowing, if and when they get rid of this dude, I gotta be on my P's and Q's so I could definitely be the next man up. Because
why wouldn't he do that in Kansas City?
Because he already burnt bridges in Kansas. Did him and Mahomes bump heads or something like that?
Yeah, him and Mahomes bumped heads a little bit, but the thing is he left Kansas City because he already been offensive coordinator for the team twice in a row.
Rings, right.
He the only one that didn't get hired. Like the quarterback coach got hired from the Rams 1 year, man. Come on, man. It's him and Brian Leftwich.
But it's a test.
Two brothers.
But
hold on. They're the two brothers, offensive coordinators that were not hired after Super Bowl runs. Can we all agree to this?
Right.
All agree to this. Like,
gotta call a spade, right?
Call a spade.
Yeah, man. They still be shitting on the black man, even when he's qualified. What's the excuse now?
Yeah,
he
wasn't a quarterback coach.
I don't know, because if there wasn't no black coach, I think they have more black coaches in the league right now than there have ever been. So I can't say
head coaches. They
got a whole bunch of new ones. Your man Raheem Morris is just took over.
Morris, you got Mayo in
Mayo in
New England. You got Bowles in Tampa Bay.
Well, Bowles is a coach.
But I'm just saying, there are black.
All right,
coaches.
so less than a half. How many teams in the NFL? 32?
Yeah, there's about 6.
All right, so we're talking about
Robert Saleh.
Yeah,
Robert Saleh is black.
He's not white.
He's not white, bro.
You better step it up, then.
I
thought he was Iranian. I thought he was Iranian, man.
Bro. Antonio Pierce is another one.
Yes.
He just happened to
that right there. But that
how many you want me to name? How many more you want me to name?
But I think
Antonio Pierce earned his stripes to get that. It wasn't like they handed
What?
him
He
that.
shot himself in the club? What he do? I heard
No,
this stripes.
your man
Your man
gave-
couldn't hold water in the club.
your
man,
your man in Oakland, he wasn't doing his job. So,
But if anything, that's
over.
further proof that it's not a racial thing with Bieniemy. Because
Is it?
here
I don't know. I can't never
Byron
say that.
Leftwich also, bro. Byron Leftwich still no jobs. Both of them don't have jobs right now.
Yeah,
So
but
my
he had a
point-
job though.
So
He
you
got
But
a
your
say-
man,
job.
but your man Cliff Killsbury gets a
So
job.
32 teams, you have what? Maybe a handful of black coaches.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm a say
I rest
this.
my case.
I'm gonna say this.
32 teams, 6 black coaches, bro.
I'm gonna say
So,
this, man.
that's
Being able
not
to
a-
do it, being able to design an incredible offensive play is different from being able to lead and inspire men, yo. You know, it takes a different
So
type.
you're saying that only 6 black coaches are qualified to do that? 5?
I'm not saying it's only 6 black coaches that are qualified, but I'm saying there are different fits for every situation.
All right, we
And
move
for
on,
whatever
'cause we
reason,
gotta get to that.
listen, Andy Reid was probably his biggest advocate. And if you got Super Bowl rings under your belt and your head coach is shouting your endorsements and you still can't get hired, that's not racial, man. That's something. It's something
We
with
don't
the
know. We don't know. I'm just saying
'Cause
overall.
wasn't there? But didn't somebody else?
Hold on. To what I'm saying is,
Oh, yeah, Mike Tomlin.
the enemy. It's
And
beyond
D'Amico
the enemy.
Ryans also. Mike Tomlin.
But that
D'Amico
just happened
Ryans.
though. You're talking like this was happening over the last 10 years. This new crop of black coaches just happened over like maybe the last season. This is not something
Hold
that
on.
has been a pattern. Tomlin,
three black coaches were hired this offseason.
that's what I'm saying. This is not like this has been the league.
Miami
but
coach is
not
black too.
be enemy.
Man,
I don't
McDaniels
know.
is black too, bro.
we don't know. Maybe we don't know.
I'm saying
Maybe
it's
he's
not
not
racial.
a good interviewer. I don't
It's
know.
not racial, man.
I don't know. I can't say that
remember.
definitively.
I forgot
I'm
who.
gonna say this. Overall in the league, there's only 5-6 black coaches. Past Bieniemy. Forget Bieniemy. Let's not just harp on Bieniemy. I'm saying that overall in the league, there is an imbalance and inequality, Bob.
Yeah,
and the numbers show it.
But they closing the gap because there's more black
We'll
coaches,
see, bro. We'll see,
OCs,
bro.
DCs, and head coaches. There are
The
more
NFL
black
has a
coaches
lot
in
of
the
making up
NFL
to
right
do.
now than there have ever been historically. So,
All right, that's good.
Until my man Brian Flores get a job, I'll agree with Just.
It should be with more. It should be more, man.
Brian Flores, man.
Brian Flores, lucky he got that what was
Big
it,
up Brownsville, man. Big up Brownsville.
You try to sue the league and then try and get a job with him still.
Mm-hmm. Big up Brownsville. He got a job
baby.
too.
That's cojones,
man.
baby.
All right, Brownsville. Man. So moving along, man, we're gonna talk about the Pro Bowl, man. They turned it into a flag football game. Do y'all even watch that nowadays?
Nah, that's a pass. I'd rather watch women's volleyball, bro.
All right, yeah,
I'm with stuff that they was doing.
I'm with you on. Yeah, the pregame leading up to the game was entertaining. What game was the greatest Super Bowl? Quick pick, rapid fire style.
Rams, Patriots. Rams, Patriots.
That was
Rams, Patriots.
That was okay. What you say, Ty?
Giants, Patriots.
With the
2007, baby.
With the bubble gum on the helmet,
baby. The helmet catch, baby.
The helmet catch. Wow.
And this is right after taking an L to. I think we took an L to New England the last regular season game.
Yeah, but they played them close though. It was like 37-31. Y'all lost that game. Yeah. Eli was balling, man. That's why Eli would get my vote for the Hall of Fame, bro. Clutch. Eli, the only man to beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, I was mad when Philly beat.
That's
New
clutch right there,
that
bro.
1 year, dog.
That's clutch right there. Greatest Super Bowl. I have to say that definitely is on my list because it's like when you ain't got to think about it and you just remember a moment or the Super Bowl itself. When the Steelers and the Cowboys first started playing against each other, those games were epic. When Lynn Swann caught the ball on the sideline, falling out like a ballerina, man, and he tiptoed on the sideline and his toes stayed in bounds while the rest of his body was outside. He's the one who revolutionized that style of catch, man. Now it's commonplace, but Lynn Swan, man. But you know what was crazy? John Stallworth, he caught more yards and scored more touchdowns in that game. But
Oh yeah, another one, the Patriots Super Bowl against the Falcons too. That was crazy.
28-3.
Yeah, that was a nice Super Bowl. That was a nice Super Bowl. I was at the tape for that entire game, bro. That entire game, son.
So Captain America didn't get no home cooking in that game. It was all shake and bake.
Yo, shake and bake. And the funny thing is, both of my favorite Super Bowls is Tom Brady wins. I don't know what that means, yo. But yo,
means
both of them.
Good, man. It's great.
The Rams one was crazy because I remember that Super Bowl like it was yesterday. It was after the Titans when they had the greatest show on turf, and they were supposed to run through the point spread was crazy. And they just pulled it out. It was tight all game. And then at the end, they had to drive in the field goal, bro. Nobody saw that coming. It was like one of the biggest upsets.
You think so?
Yeah, that I seen in my time, Super Bowl wise.
Yeah. Wow. That was those were some Super Bowls, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Those were some Super Bowls, man. The Bills, man, they went to the Super Bowl like what, 5 years straight?
But all of them was trash except for the one against the one against the Giants was good. I like that Super Bowl. I think that was the first Super Bowl. Yeah, I think that was the first Super Bowl I saw.
It was wide right
in my life. That was the first Super Bowl I saw in my life. Was that game right there? Yeah.
First Super Bowl I saw was Steelers versus the Cowboys. Yeah, man, it was like that was the game with I think the most Hall of Famers on both teams in one Super Bowl, man.
You said Steelers Cowboys. Wow, that was late in the game, boy.
Nah, that was 77. What are you talking about?
That one. Oh, I thought you meant Steelers Cowboys.
They played back to back, 77 and 78.
I thought you was talking about McDonald and Emmett.
Nah, you talk about Jake, what they call him? He had the beard, right?
Yeah.
Man with
my man Neil O'Donnell. Shout out my man Neil O'Donnell, yo.
That's what's up, man. Yo, what was the greatest Super Bowl team?
Greatest single team?
I think the Broncos, that team that beat the
Packers.
The Packers, yeah.
When Elway got his first one.
Davis, Elway, who they had Neil Smith. They had the pre-steroid Bill Romanowski. They had so they had
pre-steroids.
They had Steve Atwater.
You sure it was
Steve Atwater?
Yeah,
Steve Atwater was my man on Madden. When I used to play Madden, Steve Atwater used to get
Atwater, bro.
He was just shut down. He played safety though.
Man.
Steve Atwater,
Rod Smith, Ed McCaffrey. They had a little squad there, man.
The Bills had a squad too, man, but they never won. Bruce Smith, Jim Kelly.
Yeah. Well,
Thomas.
Yeah, Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed.
Yeah, John
Cornelius Bennett, Don Beebe.
They had a hell of a defense, man.
Yeah, the Cowboys had a squad too.
Yeah, when they had
Aikman, Emmett, Michael
Irvin,
Dion, Charles Haley. They had a monster squad too. That 49er team, the year before, the 94 49ers, they were a monster squad too.
And Norton, my man Ken Norton.
Yeah, Ken Norton Jr.
Yeah,
exactly.
Ken Norton Jr. Yeah, the son of the wrestler. Yes,
the boxer.
The boxer. I thought he was a wrestler.
Nah, R.I.P. Ken Norton, heavyweight champ of the world, boy. For the likes of Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Joe Frazier, all-time great. Definitely. You see the famous picture with him, Ali, Joe Frazier, Larry Holmes, and George Foreman. It's a classic pick. Classic.
Hey, you should let me do the top 5 now. Check this
out.
You
only got a couple left.
You got a couple minutes. Who was the greatest Super Bowl performance that you've seen? I'll start it off. Jerry Rice, 215 yards, 11 catches, monster performance. What about you, Cash? Greatest Super Bowl performance?
Terrell Davis.
Hmm.
Terrell Davis, second Super Bowl, where he had like 2 and change on the ground. Super Bowl stats. I'll tell you his whole stats right now. Super Bowl MVP year. 157 yards.
Yeah,
Killed
he was killing them.
killed the Packers. That was the year they beat the Packers. Killed the Packers. Killed them.
So who's the greatest Super Bowl tandem?
Oh, that's a good one.
I gotta say,
Montana
Emmett.
Rice.
What'd you say, Ty?
Montana Rice.
Emmett, Troy.
Up there.
Okay. I say Rice, Montana, Rice and Young. That's Mahomes and Kelsey. They second all time in almost every category.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I think they're gonna.
But this is the two-hand touch era, though, man. I get the old heads more props. It's the two-hand touch era. Mad teams in the playoffs.
Terry Bradshaw and John Stallworth.
Yeah.
Kenny Stabler and Cliff Branch.
Yo, my man Kurt Warner, Isaac Bruce.
Oh yeah,
Kurt
definitely.
Warner, Marcus Falk, and Marshall Falk, for real.
All right, no doubt. Yo, BK Ties top 5. Let's get to it.
For real. So on the heels of this coming Super Bowl weekend, this week's top 5 will be the top 5 greatest Super Bowl upsets. Coming in at number 5, we have Broncos over the Packers. Cash, you was just talking about that. In 1998, the first memorable upset came in Super Bowl 32 when the reigning champion Green Bay Packers were shocked by the Denver Broncos 31-24. The win allowed Denver to ensure Hall of Famer John Elway would retire with at least one Super Bowl. That's when he got his first Super Bowl ring. And it also robbed Brett Favre of the opportunity for a back-to-back Super Bowl chip.
Snatch
victory out of the jaws of defeat.
That was a great Super Bowl performance, Terrell Davis, man. Snatch it.
For sure. Coming in at number 4, we're going all the way back to Super Bowl 4. The Chiefs over the Vikings at a score of 23-7. The Chiefs added another big upset to the AFL's ledger when they blew out the Minnesota Vikings in Super Bowl 4, despite being 12-point underdogs. As a matter of fact, that was the last Super Bowl win before the AFL and NFL merged. And that was in 1970. It was a great year, 1970, for sure. 2008, we have the Giants over the Patriots. We were just talking about that, coming in as the third greatest Super Bowl upset. The Giants' shocking win to deny the Patriots a chance at perfection in Super Bowl 42 is third on the list, and the line for that game was 12.5 points. New York's performance in the regular season finale, we just talked about that, is kind of what made, I won't say what made the spread, what made it such a big upset, but definitely nobody saw that one coming because of the spanking that New York, well, not really spanking, but because New York took that L to New England. I don't even think anybody saw New York getting to the Super Bowl that year, much less beating New England. So that's number 3, the Giants over the Pats in Super Bowl 42. Coming in at number 2, we have 2002, the greatest show on turf gets put to bed. Tom Brady's historic run begins with a massive upset for the Patriots over the greatest show on turf when Adam Vinatieri walk-off field goal in Super Bowl 36 ensured the Patriots the victory with a score of 20-17. The game ended a potential dynasty for the Rams, who were favored by 14, and that was in 2002. And coming in at number 1, Not sure it's the greatest performance or the big, might be one of the biggest upsets. We have 1969, the Jets led by Broadway Joe Namath over the Colts 16-7. Probably the biggest one because the Jets were 18-point underdogs in that game. 18-point underdogs, and Joe Namath in the locker room predicts a victory, guarantees a victory. So New York's win marked the first time an NFL team lost the Super Bowl and provided the impetus that the NFL and AFL merger needed to make that happen. So coming in, so once again, the top 5 greatest Super Bowl upsets. At number 5, we have the Broncos over the Packers in Super Bowl 32. Coming in number 4, we have Chiefs over the Vikings in Super Bowl 4. In 2008, the third high greatest upset was the Giants over the Patriots at a score of 17-14. Next, we have the Patriots in 2002 over the Rams in Super Bowl 36. And lastly, the greatest upset in NFL, AFL history, Jets over the Colts, 1969, Super Bowl 3. And that's your boy, BK Ty, with my top 5 this week.
I told you, man. I had two.
But
two
the Rams,
in there
the
that I seen.
Patriots was an upset over the Rams.
Absolutely.
No one expected them to win
I
that game.
told you, man. That was high power. That was Super Bowl party in my basement.
The Giants was an underdog. That season, the Patriots were 16-0 in the regular season, and they would have been undefeated throughout. Yep. They would have been 18-0 if they won the Super Bowl.
Yep. If it wasn't for the
they won the one playoff game, and then
pour a little liquor. Pour a little liquor for them.
Yo, so the coaching carousel is closed. The vacant teams were filled. The Pats hired Gerard Mayo. Chargers, Jim Harbaugh. Right? Seahawks, Mike McDonald. The Falcons, Raheem Morris. Titans, Brian Callahan. Raiders, Antonio Pierce. Panthers, David Canales. And the Commies got Dan Quinn. So I'm glad he left the Cowboys because that defense needs somebody else to coach it, man. He was done. And Dan Quinn, how's he getting another job after that debacle with the Falcons, losing that Super Bowl? You see? And then you let a black coach, lose a couple games and they on the hot seat. The only one that has survived all of these years is Tomlin. And then Todd Boyles also seems to keep a job. But they ran Tony Dungy out. Who else they sabotaged after losing a couple games? Tony Dungy built up.
What's your man that was in Indianapolis?
Oh, Mike.
The black coach. I can't remember his name.
Right, he coached Peyton Manning right after Dungy. He was from Dungy's tree.
My man Jim Clements, man. My man Jim Clements. They jerked him in Detroit.
Right. So man, it's hard out here for a pimp. You know how the saying goes. But they're making some progress. They hired three black coaches this round. So Bill Belichick and Mike Vrabel got stood up at the prom. They got left out. No jobs. But I think
it's over for Bill, man. Bill need
cats like Robert Saleh, man, and your man with the G-Man. I'm going to be watching them, man, because those were terrible performances, terrible outings for the Giants and the Jets this season, man. Terrible. New York deserves better, man. One of the sports meccas of the world, hands down. They deserve a better quality performance from their franchises. Right now, the Knicks, we're not able to get into the NBA round the world, but right now, the Knicks are definitely balling. Jalen Brunson and the Nova Superstars, they're definitely doing their thing.
Nova Monstars.
Yeah, huh?
The Villanova Monstars.
Yeah, bro, they doing work, man. Monsters of the week. Who's getting busy, bro? Who got busy this week? I know Caitlin Clark. She's about to break the all-time record. She was definitely getting busy.
Yeah,
this
Detroit.
week.
I heard Detroit is tanking, man, so they could get the #1 pick and snatch up Caitlin Clark.
Oh man.
Christmas.
And there was a freshman from South Carolina. Whoa, she was smoking. She dropped 51 the other day, bro.
No,
She's definitely a monster in the
nah,
week.
USC. Talking about Juju. Damn, I can't remember her name from USC.
Oh, okay. But there was a player from South Carolina that was getting busy too.
Mm.
Yeah, man. Any monsters of the week, Cash?
Only monster of the week was, man, Pat Mahomes cut us up. He was the monster for the week, man. He cut us up.
Monster for the postseason
Monster
so far.
of the postseason, man. He cut us up. Another monster of the week. Shout out to the Clippers doing their thing. Shout out to Donovan Mitchell, who is finally in the MVP talk. We lost Joel Embiid to injury. Now we have introduced to Donovan Mitchell. The Cavs been on a hot streak. Shout out to the Knicks
They in
fans.
second place.
Yeah, shout out to the Knicks for sticking to the plan. I know everybody's hurt right now, but sticking to the plan got y'all in a good place. Shout out to my Orlando Magic. We just trying to make the 6th seed, baby. We trying to make shout y'all out, man. We trying to make a playoff seed with y'all.
Salute.
You know what I'm saying? I give props. What's going on?
Jalen Brunson definitely got a shout out.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson, man. He's playing on another level, man.
And,
a lot of cats were saying he's
Kawhi
not a
Leonard.
superstar. He's not this. He's not that. Dude is carrying his team all the way, bro. The Knicks are what, in the 3rd spot right now?
Fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth. They behind the Bucks, right?
Actually behind Cleveland. Cleveland. We got one more
That's
loss
what
than
I'm saying.
Cleveland.
Nah, the Cavs are in the 2nd spot. So then if the Cavs in the 2nd spot.
Oh, then it's the Bucks then.
Yeah.
Bucks then.
They must be behind the Bucks then.
Yeah. Remember, Doc Rivers got his first win to coach the All-Star team.
Yeah, all right.
Travis Sham mockery.
Real quick.
Oh yeah, shout out. He gave AJ Griffin his share. He gave AJ Griffin his share.
They need to redo that rule, yo. There's no way in the world you got
right,
one win and you coach in an All-Star game.
My question was, how did that happen?
Coaching a team. They said you can't do it 2 years back to back, and Missoula was a coach last year.
Okay.
Right. So the next best winning record gets the coach, and that was Milwaukee, even though they fired their coach.
Yeah.
Wow,
Well,
that's crazy. But that was a good thing that he did. If he gave
he gave him his share, and I think he's gonna let him coach.
Oh, that's
I wouldn't want to coach if I was Griffin.
Or not? Now he's not gonna let him coach. He's gonna have his assistants on the assistant
I think
staff.
he gets a ring.
And
he
his
said he gets a
assistant.
ring and
a ring too. Yeah, he's gonna get the share.
Yeah.
Doc should have him on the bench with him. At least just show some.
Nah, I wouldn't even be there.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd be there too.
Well, why would you do that though?
I'm with you, Cash. I'm good.
Then you're gonna have who there?
I don't care, yo. You can take my boys. You take my boys. Take the assistant coaches.
Yeah.
They deserve it. Take them.
Yo, come, we gonna do this together. That's it. Anyway, we're gonna move on from that.
I gotta skate, fellas. We gonna get up.
We about to wrap up. BK Tide. You know what I mean? So
salute.
757, hold it down. 718, hold it down. For everyone who's been listening, holding it down. Thanks for tuning in to Sports in the City, live from the arena. Reed Richards, your host, with my partners in crime, Kato Cass, BK Ty. One love, Ja Logic on the boards.
Yeah, so Pat Mahomes, Senior, don't drink and drive, brother.
Yeah, man, not a good look.
Yeah.
Vernon just, it was something that I told everybody at the very beginning of the week. I will not tolerate players that think it's about them when it's about the team. And we cannot make decisions that cost the team and then come off the sideline and it's nonchalant. No, mm-hmm. You know what? This is how I believe, okay? I'm from the old school. I believe this. I would rather play with 10 people and just get penalized all the way until we got to do something else, rather than play with 11 when I know that right now that person is not sold out to be a part of this team. It is more about them than it is about the team. Cannot play with them, cannot win with them, cannot coach with them. Can't do it. I want to say this.
Then after I get mine, you can do what you want to do. Right.
What we gonna do, man?
Anybody got something to say? Speak on it.
The best thing to do, you know, like with that little boy and wolf, let them fight it out and shit, you know, instead of always rumbling because lives get hurt, you dig it? Now, the little boy and wolf, they gonna do it, man, let them do it, right? Everybody stand around. The Hawks, you know, if they say something, they look like they're gonna, you know, they're gonna do something, and then we rolling, you know? But right now and shit, man, let them do what they gonna do, man. If they even look like they're gonna react, then we react.
I mean, if you want to
So then we just squash them, Jack. Motherfuckers that we gonna do some squash.
Just fire them up, that's all, man. Keep fair one doing. We can't get a fair one. Then fuck it all over the rule, man.
There's not much a fair one is, man.
Dig this, man. We might as well take our shit over there any motherfucking way, man. Because you know them punks don't fight fair. You know how they do. They know if little boy gonna whip that boy wolf, you know they gonna try to jump in, man. Might take our shit, man. Kill them motherfuckers, man. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yo, dig this. Like, if any one of them break, you dig? Don't stand in front of none of them. If any one of them break, just break on them. Fuck them up bad. Fuck them up real bad. You dig it?
Cards all over.
Who got that shit? Who got that shit with them? Everybody cool. Everybody get something. When we roll, everybody gets something.
Well, hold your head right now. If they jump me, you understand? If you even see any niggas, any of them crawling up on me, you understand? Fuck it, you're just brave. Cause I don't want to get stabbed in my back or nothing. I don't want to get stabbed or either shot in my back.
Right.
But dig this, if I don't get little boy the way I want to get him, I want him gotten. I want him laying out. I want him gotten. Cause nigga need to be got. He need to be taken off of here. That's right. Who's number one?
Hawks.
How we gonna do it? The Hawks way.
Laws forever.
Yeah, it is.
Who are we, y'all?
We gonna do it.
Do it right now.
How we gonna do it? How we gonna do it?
Do it. And how we gonna do it to who?
The Hawks. And to the world. Yo, man, what y'all punks wanna do?
We are here to be had. You want a piece of us? Come get it.
We want a piece of y'all. Yo, man, we would mind firing y'all up. Just that my man, little boy, just want to fire that punk wolf again.
He's ready. I'll just name the time and the place and we'll be there.
Well, this is the place, and you know this is the time.
Let's get it on then.
South.